And she runs in out of breath, trying to be on time. And it's okay because nobody's here yet. Oh, ooh, we're having some camera issues. Anyway, so trying to get stuff just right here. And I'll light my candle. A whole bunch of things are trying to happen at once, which sometimes happens. Everybody kind of crams everything into one time period. I don't know how it always happens. James, hello. How are you doing? So I'm not too late. I'm not getting in real late, just a couple of minutes or so. And how's it going? Okay, so here I am trying to, make sure I get myself in here. It'd probably be nice if I got the meatloaf off of me. I made meatloaf today. So, Mao! Okay, you hear cowboy in the back. Oh, now you really hear cowboy in the back. You trying to, what are you doing? You want to make a cameo appearance? What do you need? My little boy, you want to get up there in your chair and be a star? No. Meow. He says, meow. This is, hello. I am the Ocean Swagger. Wagon! Hello, Gemini. How you doing? Okay, he was under the bed hiding. So, and he waited a long time to come out. I guess that scared Jesus out of him. He waited a long time to come out and show me he was all right, the little fart. It scared the crap out of him, I guess. Because not only was it rain, which he doesn't like, and it was thunder and lightning, it was also a whole bunch of things fell in the closet. My whole closet falls down. It was loud. He probably thought it was the end of the world. So, what is a whole place coming down? I mean, to a cat. How would they view that? Poor little fellow. You did get it right. Yes, you did. Well, I'm too close to it to get it right. I love the little guy and I'm real close to him. So, for me, it's like my mind is gonna want to say that he's just fine, and the other side is saying, "Oh no, he could have been in the closet. He could have been in the closet." And then we'd have to have a coming out party for it. That's funny. I almost before this happened, he liked to go in and look around in the closet because we moved some boxes and there's a little space in there for him. And I was almost, I may still do it if he goes in there after we fix this, but get a little picture of him and call it Cowboys Coming Out Party. Do a little video of him coming out of the closet. Sorry, girls. He's protesting, though. I guess that would be mean because he does seem to like women a lot. He prefers women. He flirts with them out the window there. They walk their dogs right by our window, and he likes to flirt with the ladies walking by. And he seems to have a preference for women. So when women guests come over, ghost magnet. Hey, what's up? Yeah, so it's full moon. Mwah. And I wanted to take you out. Was all set. I have my phone fully charged, and I was all set to take you out, and we would watch the full moon while we did readings. And it's cloudy. That is Ohio for you. It's cloudy, and yep, that's Ohio. Uh, Mal, what? You want to be on? I'll send you a link, okay? I'll send you a link. You can come in, cowboy. You don't have do you have a phone? You don't? Well, how are you going to come in then? Oh, gotta get with it. Gotta get with the times, kid. um, oh, well, hi. Oh, you don't want a reading? Because new guys get a reading first. So, but thanks for coming in either way, Ghost Magnet. Drop in. Ghost Magnet is a drop in, not a walk in, but a drop in. Boom. Okay. Yeah, James was in first. Yes, James was in first. So we will get out the cards. I'm going to make my disclosure and make my announcements. Hi, I'm Deocean Swiger of Deocean's Deep Woo, and here we talk about the deepest of woo. We talk about the wooiest stuff you ever knew or never knew. Some of you never knew it, but you'll know it after you come here. And we do around the full moon and the new moon, we do readings for people because I can't quite yet keep up with doing these every week, but we'll do them right now. That pretty much means it's every other week, okay, on whenever close to the full and the new moons. So we have two decks here. We have the Indian medicine cards and the Sacred Path cards, both written by Jamie Sams and illustrated by somebody else. I can't think of their name right now, but and these vibe with me more than tarot cards because they're Native American and I'm Native American on my mom's side, and I'm very nature oriented and love animals. So the animals and then the Native American teachings, I just vibe with them better. So, and mostly though, they're to show you because I'm clairvoyant too, so I can also just see things or feel things or know things. And so, but it's easier to show you than to tell you some of these things, to show you a card and say, here. So, and it's kind of easier for me too because I don't have to think about it as much. Oh, Choctaw Cherokee here. Yes, I got both decks. You know what? And the both decks work together really great. Okay. James and Wagon and Ghost Magna. Well, thank you, Gemini, for being the person who is keeping track of this for me. Because you know how I get when I do these readings. I kind of have a hard time being in the temporal reality thing. Remember, we do the deepest of woo here. We're kind to experiencers because most of us are experiencers. That is to say, experiencers of phenomena. We believe in a lot of things that other people find questionable. That's, you know, something you're going to encounter here. So be kind to people and have an open mind if you're new. And you're welcome here as long as you do and treat each other nicely. So first one in was James Oritz. And so we're going to do him first. Do you have a specific question, or are we just doing a regular, what do I need to know most? I'm going to take it as just a general thing, whatever it is you're asking or what you need to know. Give James a card that is the most appropriate for James. And it is the Whirling Rainbow, Unity and Wholeness Achieved. Ooh. That's a particularly nice one. Unity, coming together, gathering together, and there's also growth from the inside out. So it can also, I'm also getting that the energies can kind of feel like a whirling sort of energy. Sometimes you feel when this card comes into play in your life, it's like things are whirling. Right now, I kind of get that feeling. It's a positive card, though, generally regarded as a positive card. And I'm getting the phrase things coming together in this case. Things coming together or people coming together. Things, a plan comes together, something like that. Let's see. Thank you. Well, Ghost Magnet's new, so Ghost Magnet can be near the top. Okay. So, and that is the Sacred Path card. And your Animal Medicine card. And usually the Sacred Path is more the situation. The animals are more a people card, people situation. So what does James need to know about this? Wow. Well, it's snake, and I just dropped it right on the freaking floor. Hang on, I'm going to very carefully try and pick it up because I have so many things balanced here. Walk in balance. Well, I have to. If I don't, I just cleaned out my locker, storage locker I've had for a long time. So I'm sitting here like deep in stuff that I have to go through. But it is necessary to do these things once in a while, is to go through all your stuff. And it is definitely time to clear away old things. So I am working on that. And snake. And snake is not considered in any way evil in this deck. Snake is just another animal in this deck. It has another meaning, and it can mean a healing. If it's ill-dignified and the card next to it wasn't very nice, it could have meant something else. But in this case, you've got Whirling Rainbow, which means it's going to be a positive card. And the positive meaning is, interestingly, shedding the old to make way for the new. And it's also guarding its eggs there. And that's like guarding your dreams, your assets for the future. So, and this can also bring healing. This can also be a sign that healing is coming. So if any of that applies to your situation or question, there you go. It looks like you've got healing and coming together. Things come together for you finally. And I got a feeling that it's been a long time that you've been waiting, like something you've been waiting a while for is finally going to happen, come together, or people or something plan comes together. Anyway, yeah, that's a very positive reading. So go get them, James, whatever that is. Okay, and then let's see. And you said who was the next one? Wagon, then Ghost Magnet. Okay, Wagon, this is for you. Hope you're still here. Still here, aren't you? Yes. Yes, okay, good. Looks like Wagon posted very soon here, not long ago. Anyway, okay. Now this is for Wagon. And what does Wagon need to know? Giving something away. Something being given away, given up, or somebody giving something to you. Sometimes this is receiving a present. More often, though, a lot of times this is somebody just gives you something. That can happen, but more often, way more often, there's something that you need to give away or give up. And this is, yeah, I'm getting there's something you need to give up or give away. And it is something emotional, I think. I'm kind of getting a very emotional vibe off of this card. There are emotions attached to that. Release is the key word. Something needs to be released. Okay. Hey, love. Yeah, hearts. Hearts to you too. Okay. Okay. What does Wagon need to know? I saw you guys were on just before this, and I'm like, oh no, I saw it too late. Or I would have been over there. Wagon. I would have been over there. I would have loved to have been there. And it turned out that Janine was having her stream at the same darn time. Everybody's trying to do everything at once. And I thought Monday was a dull night. That's why I started doing Mondays. Now everybody's going, Monday. Yeah, that's the day. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Ocean Diana at Gmail. So, okay, what does Wagon need to know? Oh, same thing. You saw how well I shuffled these. Same thing. You need a heal, but this says a healing. I think that I know what this is about. You need a healing. I kind of suspect I know what this is about. You need a healing, and for that to happen, there's something you have to release. Something you have to give up or release. So I believe this is probably, and shedding, it's also about shedding the past. Once again, I'm getting an emotional thing here. It's very emotional. I don't want to pry, but I hate to pry, but there's something that is causing the problem that needs to be given up. Whether that is a stuck emotion. I will tell you a quick story, quick piece of information. As you head for middle age and the Kundalini rises, you have a couple of things that happen to people because of the energy coming through the energy centers. And this is why in men it usually tends to be at the level of the heart, and in women it's the throat. Usually women start having throat problems. Men start having heart problems because men have been taught to block this. Women have been taught to block this. Okay. But if there's not a clear channel up, then you end up with problems in these areas. And of course, today, women are under almost as much stress as men and almost getting the same things required of them as men. So sometimes they get this problem too. And sometimes men get this problem. But wherever the energy is stuck, or where it's blocked, you're going to have a problem. So if you need to talk more about this to me, we will. Like I said, I'll help you with this if you need me to. Okay. Definitely something to meditate on. Yeah, if this is something that you feel you can't say, that you've been unable to say, or it could be something physically that you're doing that involves your throat. Girlfriend, if you're telepathic, that was dirty, okay? Watch out for your uvula. Okay, nothing but good, clean fun for you and your uvula for a while. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. We'll talk later. Okay. Yeah, look for that kind of humor from me. Anyway, and I feel like I got that. I don't feel like I need a pendulum on that. I will do it just in case. Is that it? Is that what she needs to know? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Now, who is the next one? See, that's how fast I can forget these things when I'm thinking of something else. Good, clean fun for you and your uvula. That was a Saturday Night Live skit, actually. So I didn't come up with that one. But okay, so who's next? I've already forgotten who's next. I hate when I do this. Ghost Magnet. That's right. Ghost Magnet. It's you. You get yours. You get yours. You get yours. Okay. You get your reading. There's Mr. Handsome over there. Yes. Are you watching to make sure I do it right? He's the overseer, the supervisor. Right? Are you the supervisor? Yep. So what does Ghost Magnet need to know? Oh, here comes somebody with a dog. He's probably gonna flirt at him. Okay, what does Ghost Magnet need to know? And I feel like right here. The standing people, a network of communication, a community. The trees are a community, and they kind of communicate through their roots, it's said, and form a network all over the earth. So it's sort of like a network of support. And it can also involve communication and talking among each other and interconnections. I'm getting this has something to do with interconnection. Things being, everything's interconnected somehow. And so whatever you're thinking or asking about, everything's interconnected. It's all connected. And what is the animal that we are going to pick here for Ghost Magnet? Okay. A mouse. A mouse. Okay. And the mouse is very small, looks at things very close up, right? And I'm getting the mouse that roared for this. Somehow the mouse that roared, Ghost Magnet. If you're getting ready to roar, that because that movie I think was about a small country that decided it was going to attack the United States to get aid, so that afterwards, because usually the United States attacks some, it goes to war at somebody and then gives them all kinds of aid. But it was a silly movie. But the mouse looks close up at things, and I see a picture of a mouse with a book. So I see a book is involved with this, or reading. It can also involve looking closely at contracts or papers. And it can also be, well, all kinds of other things, really. But I'm getting a mouse with a book. So this involves reading, I think. And it may have to do with gathering information and some kind of learning. You need to do your contacts. Everything's connected. Look closely. Or maybe when you look closer, you find everything is connected. You know? Whatever it is that you've been thinking about. Okay? Also, I feel like somebody's going to help you with this part. Feels like somebody's going to help you figure what this is about here, what you need to look closely at. Okay, is that what Ghost Magnet needs to know? Is that the end of that reading? Yes. Okay. So there you go, dear. Okay, and next we have Andrea is a new person. I think it's Andrea, right? Am I right? Hello, 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 David Castle. Greetings in favor to you. You're welcome, Ghost Magnet. Come back and see us again sometime, dear. Yes, hugs to you. So, who's next? Who am I doing next? Who's the next victim? Except you're not a victim. Yeah. Um, Andrea, you're a new person, so I guess you're next. And then whoever is after Andrea. And then if we get everybody read up, then we can ask some bigger questions. You can just start asking questions and we'll look into it. Okay. Yeah, so what does Andrea need to know? We're going to do Andrea. What does Andrea need to know? What is important? Oh, you find something you've been seeking for a long time. And this looks like, I'm seeing a mirror too. I'm not sure what that means, but I'm also seeing a mirror. And as I look at this, Andrea, you're kind of a magical type yourself. Something you have been looking for a while just shows up. I think you manifested it. And this means open your eyes and look around. Something you've been looking for is already there for you. It's probably right in your environment. Okay. It's probably right in your environment, or you're, right there somewhere real close. Comes in the mail, or word about how to get one pops up on your feed, or whatever it is. But yeah, I'm seeing a mirror, and it's not showing me more than that. Okay, and the animal is an owl. That's feminine medicine in this deck. And the owl occupies the same place at night that the eagle does in the daytime. And the owl is a night owl, usually. Usually this comes up for a night owl. And usually this comes up for somebody. It's also associated with UFO phenomena. This is a very paranormal card. It can be wisdom, of course. I mean, we have long associated it with wisdom. But in this deck, it's associated with things that happen at night, being able to see through the darkness. But it can mean that some kind of contact has been made. So if you have wondered about that, it could be that, especially with this seeking and finding. I'd love to go more into that sometime. If you want a reading, talk to me. But yeah, that's interesting. So this is neat because this is seeing through darkness. This is finding what you've been seeking. This is moving silently. It also is moving silently. And interesting. Okay. Is that it, or do we need to pull? Is that enough? Is that? Yes. Okay. Yeah. So start looking in that direction for your answer. Okay? You're welcome. Yeah. I told them spot on with this. As I fall asleep and you have made contact. Okay, there you go. That's what this is about. And yes, you have made contact, and yes. Interesting. Thank you for telling me that. It's awfully nice to hear it. That I did good. Like a ninja, that's right. The feathers, sometimes called deceiver feathers, because you're silent. The prey doesn't know that what's coming. And I guess in some tribes, it's the same word as ghost. But phenomena. Owls have a lot of connection with phenomena. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, definitely. That is so cool. Thank you, dear. David is next. Okay, David Oritz. What does David need to know now? What does David need to know? David. Now it's saying self-reliance. This is a card of being able to handle the burden, not having a burden bigger than you can bear. They made burden baskets usually for older people. They would make them only a certain size, and that was all that a person was expected to carry as the tribe moved around or as work was being done. It is a symbol of not overdoing, not taking on more than you can handle. So, and being that way, not taking more than you can handle, and then being self-reliant because of that. So, which makes a lot of sense, because I mean, if you don't overdo it, you usually are self-reliant. I mean, you take on as much as you can handle. For some reason, that's the meaning that's coming up. Okay. And what's the animal for James Orts? The skunk. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, you have UFOs there a lot, I bet. I used to hear. I haven't seen them lately, though. I think they're busy over at Marilena's place in South. But I haven't really seen them too much here, but I have seen, you know what? It's been really jolly quiet here. By the way, I'm going to put that up for those of you who don't know. If you like these readings, you like my channel, please like and comment after it comes back up. It helps me get found. And when you click and subscribe and hit that little bell and say all, and you will get all my announcements, hopefully, if YouTube cooperates. And that is my PayPal me, in case you are so inclined. I am not monetized on this channel, and I never have been, which is kind of nice in a way, because it means you don't have to fight any commercials in order to come see me. So, okay. So, Pepe Le Pew. And the thing is, this little guy people have versions of in their heads about a skunk, but it is kind of like Pepe Le Pew sometimes. They only attract people that are like them. A skunk person attracts another skunk, but not other people, not others, not not kitty cats, right? He's always trying to hit on the wrong person, but wrong animal. But there's a sort of a species misidentification in most of the cartoons, right? But skunk is definitely respect is the key word for skunk, and how to garner respect. And it gives you 3 warnings and then it shoots. So it gives you some warning, but by the time it gives you that 3rd warning, you better be out of the area. Most things don't give skunks problems. If they ever get sprayed, they don't ever give a skunk a problem again. So most things respect skunk. Let's put it that way. Even though they're very gentle. We had them at the other place. We had one that would show up and they're very gentle and they'll be petted and they won't hurt anybody or do anything unless you do something to scare them or piss them off. And then they will shoot at the eyes. They will aim for the eyes. I hate to tell you. So this is something maybe that you need to take into consideration. Is if you don't get no respect, then maybe you should only give people 3. You should give them some warning and then but definitely it's a card about attracting people that are like you and hanging with people that are like you and not people who are not, So I hope that helps you. Okay. Oh, it's Ocean Diana. Ocean Diana at gmail.com. Okay? Ocean Diana. And that's what the D is for. Okay, is that all we need to know about that? Is there any more we need to know? Nope, that's it. Okay, that's what you needed to know. This reading's complete. Apply it as you will. Okay, who's next? Like I said, if you hang around and we finish reading everybody, then we can just ask all kinds of silly questions about all kinds of things and see what comes up. I wish it would have been not so cloudy, but I understand this is, after all, Ohio. It looks like it's going to be a hot summer, though, if I'm going to say. We got, okay. I appreciate everybody that comes in. You're quite welcome. Who's next? Wish I had some money for gold or silver. I hear that will eventually be going through the roof. Or cryptocurrency. I only have right now, I have a little bit of Ethereum. I had to get rid of my Bitcoin. It was just going through it was just really tanking. And it was just pulling everything else. All of my other investments, it was just, I may be getting more though now that I'm getting some inklings that at some point it's going to go back up, Bitcoin and stuff. But it's already starting to go. But you know what? They've been artificially manipulating the cryptos. I'm sure of it. For some of them, they do like a pump and dump, what they call a pump and dump, where they artificially crash it and inflate it. So it's manipulated. Anyway, who's next? We are done. Oh, okay. So we're done with the people who came in. What about you, Gemini? Cool. Okay. So what about you, Miss Gemini? Come on, jumpin' Gemini. I'm going to do one anyway. You're not careful. Want a reading? I'm not going to do it against your will, but we're done with the readings. That's really weird. Usually we have a whole bunch, but then again, I'm doing them much faster now. I'll do a complimentary one for Gemini. Is there anything Gemini needs to know? Innocence, the inner child. Time to let the inner child out, Gemini. Woo woo. Woo hoo hoo. That's the South Shield, and that is play, childhood, physical fitness, movement, getting out and moving your body, and summer. I'm getting, and possibly some healing of the inner child taking place. What's the animal? Possum. Drama. It's one of the, because the possum can act dead, can even smell dead. So drama. And actually, it could be read as healing the inner child from drama. Sometimes it means something that looked dead that really wasn't quite dead. It just looked that way. So, and is that what Gemini needed to know? Is there more? It took a moment, then it resolved itself. There is more, but yeah, but there is more. If you want to know more, let me know. You already know how to get in touch with me, though. Yep. Okay. Hey, you know what? The moon is in my sign. Let's ask me one for me. I'm going to do one for me. How's that? And we can start asking questions about the world at large. So if you have any questions about anything going on in the world right now, we'll ask. What do I need to know? I certainly have enough things going on. Great smoking mirror reflections. Things are not very clear right now, but it's all a reflection. And it is time for reflection too. So here's an interesting thing. Mirroring and reflection upon things. Well, that kind of fits because, like I said, I just cleaned out a storage bin. I'm going to be reflecting on my choices for some time. That's what I'm going to be doing, clearing things up. Clearing things away. Okay. So what's the animal? Wabbit. A wascally wabbit. And a wabbit can be kind of nervous and fearful, and I am. I'm kind of nervous and fearful of going through this stuff. I'm not sure what I'll find. It's rather emotional. Looking back on some of it, it is like a time capsule because I haven't been able to get this stuff out of storage since I tried to move. And some of it was packed away way before that. I had been trying to move for years. So some of this is stuff I haven't seen for years. I'm not sure what's in there. Some wonderful things have showed up that I thought I had gotten stolen or lost forever. So it's been kind of like Christmas, but on the other hand, it's quite a lot. And so, yeah, rabbit, I'm a little nervous. Rabbit's also trickster, a little trickster animal. It does tricky little things, but it also, I've been getting the message that I should be saying with rabbit, although the message is something different in this deck. It's about fearing magic. That rabbit was once brave and then got fearful of magic. I am not seeing it that way that much anymore. A rabbit is brave because they're prey for everything. So they're very hyper aware. That's it. It's the hyper awareness because they're a prey animal. I mean, their little nose and their eyes and their whiskers and everything is just ready to jump at a moment's notice. It can also mean everything's up in the air right now, but you cover a lot of ground that way. So things moving in leaps and bounds. I can see that. Okay, is that all I need to know? So we're moving in leaps and bounds, but everything's all up in the air and looks very discombobulated and crazy. Is that it for now? Yep, that's it for now. Okay, for now. You're welcome, dear. There's a couple things I'm going to ask about as long as I'm here, because I've been hearing this both ways. There is a solar flash coming. There's not a solar flash coming. There's a solar flash coming within the next few months over the course of the summer. We don't need one because we're getting past the point where we actually need one. I heard, another person saying that they're getting that if we make it past a certain point, we won't need the solar flash to do the ascension bit, the moving to the fifth density thing. So I'm hearing all kinds of things about that. So what can we know about the solar flash? What is going on with this solar flash idea? That's the reflection. That is a going within card. Need to reflect on it. Oh, I'm hearing this will happen in accordance with a reflection of our consciousness at the time. It will be a reflection of our consciousness, the situation. So once again, depending on our consciousness, whether we need one or not, is dependent on us and our consciousness. It may even be an individual thing. It may kind of happen for people individually even. That's interesting. Maybe that some folks need it and some folks don't even need it. But the overriding message I always get is don't fear anything ever. But we have friends around to help us whatever happens. And I can feel that. So what do the animals want to tell me about this situation? Horse, which is power and movement and a fast way to get from one point to another. Oh, I guess that fits, doesn't it? From one place to another, although it's not a physical place in this case. And the horse has a lot to do with personal power. And getting it also has something to do with freedom and direction in life. And so that's kind of interesting with that other card. Yeah, it's just affirming what I just said, as far as I can tell. Is that correct? Lock my arm to my side. Okay. Yep. So it's going to depend on us. And is it going to be, here's a question. Am I right about it going to be sort of an individualized thing? Yeah. It's going to be individualized. I mean, some people will need an event and some people will just kind of slide into it, is what I'm seeing. Just kind of slip into it. Other people will get some kind of a definitive event. Okay. I'd be scared too, being pulled out of a hat by magicians. Right, just kidding. No, I am not taking it that way. I have a sense of humor, don't worry. Yeah, I mean, considering what we have put rabbits through, what the society has put rabbits through, you can't blame them for being a bit nervous, can you? I certainly wouldn't blame them. Anyway, let's see. Do you have any other questions of the universe? Do we want to know anything else? I'm getting a very spacey feeling right now, honestly. I'm spacey as anything. Something's going on. Well, it is a full moon. So I expect that some people are going to be doing their full moon, whatever they do for the full moon. But it's in Sagittarius, I do believe, which is my sign. So it might have just gone right into Sag. So how about if we ask, what does this full moon bring us? What is it bringing us? Thank you, Ghost Magnet. Love you too. Here we go. Rites of Passage. Wow, this is a very heavy card. Looks like that's what's happening. That's why this is a different summer. For some people, it will be, I'm not seeing that it's going to be a horrendous, like horrible summer, but I'm seeing that it's going to be it's already looking like it's going to be a very hot one. That is maybe the sun is getting ready to do something. And this is a transition card. Transition from one state to another state, transition from one way of life to another, and this is stages of life. So, yep, it's looking like we do a transition this summer, and I've been getting that big transition this summer, big transitions. So, change is the key word of this card. Things are going to change. I wrote a song about that. I'm going to have to start singing again, maybe. So, big changes. I'm getting really big changes. Ooh. Well, that's good for some of us, but there's also this note of there is a happiness and joy and excitement. There's also this note of melancholy, homesickness. I'm feeling homesick as we feel, and as you always get when you turn a page in your life, there's always this feeling of, this sort of bittersweet feeling of that's the past now. The past is gone. But it's a good feeling at the same time. There's always this saying farewell sort of thing. So I get this. Some people are going to have very mixed feelings about this. And I understand that. Because, when all you've known is what we have had, then it can be a little scary to go into a whole new environment that you don't know the rules yet, because we're so used to having to suspect everything, So some people might have some trepidation lingering, but the thing to remember is it's going to be brilliant, and everybody can feel that. And if you feel into it, you can feel it's going to be way different, and it's going to be better in the long run. The short run is probably going to be pretty scary for a lot of people, but it doesn't have to be scary for you. You keep your vibe up. So, what do we need to know about this full moon? What this full moon brings? Because remember, Sagittarius. One of the things about Sagittarius is they're independent. We're coming very close to Independence Day. So they're very independent. I know I am one. They like the good life. They know where to get all of the good stuff for the cheapest price. Usually if you are in a new town and you have a Sag friend there, ask them. If you're in a place, you want to go find the best place at the best price, the best food, the best whatever. Sagittarians know how to live it up, okay? They like to have a good time. So the full moon in Sagittarius brings us that kind of energy. And they also like to be fair. They like things to be fair, but independent, like to be gone, like to travel, like movement. They're a fire sign. So, of course, the downside of Sagittarius is hates responsibility, hates to take on more responsibility. And we kind of have to learn responsibility. Although, we can be good at it, but more likely we want not to have responsibilities. One of the reasons I didn't want to have children is I don't think I want to take on the responsibility in this life for that. I'm gonna Also a gift. We are given something. Something is given. That's the giveaway bird. That's abundance. Might also be talking about something that lasts until Thanksgiving. So it might be something that goes between Independence Day and Thanksgiving is going to start. That's interesting. Yes, it's a change. It might, well, yeah, 555 is change. Change in 3 dimensions. It is physical, mental, emotional, I believe, plane. So, in all 3 levels, or you can see it as mind, body, spirit. Yeah. I think the change is going to encompass between, Independence Day and maybe Thanksgiving. Am I on the right track with that? So whatever happens, yeah, okay, I am. So whatever is happening in the next few weeks, we're going to see what we've been calling the movie get over with. It's going to go. And it's finally going to wind down and come to a conclusion. And I've been thinking probably right around Independence Day here in the States, things are probably going to go off then, because I kept seeing fireworks display. So that's only a couple or 3 weeks from now, and that's close. So, and we'll start seeing the end of it. I don't know that it will end abruptly, but it may end in stages. But how is it going to end? How can you give us a hint how this is going to go, so that we can kind of prepare ourselves mentally and whatever? I'm hearing Stevie Wonder's song though. Don't you worry about a thing. You know that one? 'Cause I'll be standing in the wings when you check it out. When you get off your trip, don't you worry about a thing. That kind of, that's interesting, because what he was talking about then, when you come out of the hallucination, when you get off your trip, when we come out from under the hallucination. Ah, tricky. Truth is protection. Truthers. And I'm like, truthers be vindicated. Truthers finally are vindicated. Thank you, Stevie. That was beautiful. Truth is protection. So, what we've got to get used to is the truth. Hooey! What else? What else? Can you tell us? This is kind of fun. So we're going to have some truths come out, and it's going to be evident that, gosh, we're going to need new conspiracy theories, because our old ones are all going to end up being facts, I guess. We're going to find out the truth. Okay, now let me. Ah, why did you do that? I can't read it that way. Okay, let me get it. Oh, secrets. Whoa, and I'm getting very strongly. Secrets are going to come out. Secrets. Because it is the links. Ho, 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 ho. Those two cards together. Oh my goodness. Truth is protection. Secrets. Truth is protection. Yeah. Okay. Do I have to say it? Just what I said. Our conspiracy and crazy old conspiracy theorists turn out to be right. We find out which of our conspiracy theories are dead on, and find out that a lot of them are, and maybe all of them. Who knows? Wow, that's going to be a trip, isn't it? For some people that aren't quite ready for it, it's going to be like, what? Yeah, it's going to be interesting to watch. Once again, though, like I said, the main thing is always fear not. It's going to be okay, no matter how it looks. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no matter how it looks. So, is there anything else we need to ask about? Is there any other developments in the world that we want to take a look at? I think I want to ask, but think of questions if you can think of anything you want to know about. I want to know. Some people are now saying that Star Trek, what I've been saying for years, Star Trek's actually disclosure. It actually is a lot like Star Trek, the Star Trek series. It's a lot like that. And that's actually a lot like it really is, as much as they could tell us. And it had to be in a billed as fiction. Uh, yeah. So this could mean that our Star Trek-like life. So, and really in their time, of course, they have most of their problems handled, right? A lot of their existential problems are handled, and they're already out into the galaxy exploring. So, are we going to start to see the beginning of our Star Trek like future happening? Going to see the underpinnings of it this summer? This is a West Shield card, more like fall. And it's saying introspection too. It's like go within if you want to see what we're going to have. But this is more also of fall in the autumn, which once again would be like Halloween or maybe Thanksgiving. Kind of fits with the other reading. We're going to start to see our Star Trek kind of life start to materialize. And I've said that for a long time, though. It's the only way they could disclose was in some of those so-called fiction stories because they couldn't really disclose any other way. But we've already gotten a certain amount of disclosure. Contact has been made. Yep, Makes booze and food. As a matter of fact, in Next Gen, they have a kind of alcohol that you can just shake the effects off when you need to. You can get nice and drunk. They're always drinking it in that show. And then you can just kind of shake off the effects when you need to. So it's kind of interesting. And they're always drinking beer, and it's funny because the Anunnaki always drank beer in the Sumerian texts. They came up with beer, and they drink a lot of beer. So what is the animal with this? To go with this, the miracle card, miracles. Yeah, we see literal miracles. What seems to us like a literal miracle. Well, that's all very hopeful. I'm happy. Okay, gas prices. Oh, gas prices. Let's see. Gas prices. What do you want to know about gas prices? What part of that do you need? Do you need to know if they're going up, down, sideways, when they're going to finally come down? If we're even going to need gas, maybe we won't even need gas. I mean, okay, tell us about, how about if we ask about, oh, I'll just ask. We want to know about gas prices. You can ask about gas prices. Can you tell us anything pertinent? Healing. That's an interesting card. Healing. Snake again. Healing. 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 Let me ask. What the heck you talking about, Willis? What you talking about, Willis? Healing. Both cards are healing. I'm telling you. What does this have to do with gas price? Ability to respond, responsibility can also mean a birth and a miracle. Okay. I really need to know now. What do you mean? Something is being, oh, I see. It's due to a rebirth. Rebirth and a a birth or a rebirth of, maybe a rebirth of our economy. A rebirth of, I didn't say a rebirth of catnip. uh Gas prices. Healing. Okay, I'm gonna ask, what the heck psychically? What the heck does that mean? Let me ask about gas prices. Healing. Well, people are not going to be driving as much if the price of petroleum is way up. That's one side effect. That might mean nature heals a bit. But also, that may mean that people find something besides petroleum to use, which would look like a miracle, wouldn't it? So it might be that we finally overcome gas, overcome petrol. that petrol becomes an antiquated thing. That could be. One way you could read that is the lack of using petrol, because petrochemicals are not good for us, not good for the environment, not really good for anything. And the petrodollar has really brought a lot of ruin. We need something backed by something else. So we could see that as, and also Snake is shedding the old and guarding the future. I think something major is going to happen with that whole situation. I think we're going to see things change, because everybody who's brought forth a car that doesn't use petrol has had things happen to them. But what if it's saying that's going to get healed now? That's finally going to get healed. What if it's trying to tell us that it's time for healing now? And that this is the way it's going to happen, is at first prices are going to be up so high that people are going to be finding other ways to doing things, and they're going to bring forth something else. That's one way to read it. Another way is a miracle. A miracle happens. Miraculously, things get worse. And responsibility, though, that's either usually a birth or a ability to respond is the key phrase. Yeah. I think we see the start of a new technology surrounding all that. Maybe we won't always have to worry about gas prices. Maybe that will eventually go too. If things flip, that could go too. Am I on the right track with this, or is this something else? Could be read as they start to heal, it starts to heal. Yes. I'm on the right track with this. Okay, so gas prices are up for a reason. Actually, it's not bad, although it seems bad. Once again, things are going to seem very scary before they get better. But then the miracle happens and a change comes. But that's good. A lot of times change hurts at first, or it's uncomfortable. Healing of our democracy, yeah. Want to ask if my friend Sherry is going to be okay or transition. Okay, that's a pretty fair question. What can we say about Sherry? What about Gemini's friend Sherry? What do we need to know about that? Giveaway. This is not the death card, though. It's interesting, because if she were going to transition, I would expect to see there's a couple of transition cards in there. Now let's see what the animal is. So release. There are a couple cards that can mean transition. So tell us about Sherry's situation. Here we go again. Healing. Releasing, in her case, releasing something old. The old. It looks like there's hope of a healing. And I'm going to pull another 2 cards just to check. A miracle. Once again, we get another miracle card and the Hour of Power, which is a ritual of joy. I think you may be happily surprised at the outcome. It looks like no. It looks like she's not going to be transitioning right now. So, That's right, Ghost Magnet. People might wake up and stand together and bring a healing upon the planet. Yeah. I think she's going to get better. Okay. Once again, I have to say this is not a substitute for medical advice, et cetera, all of that stuff. But yeah, it looks like she's going to make it. She's going to see the end of the movie. That's got to be good, huh? So what else do we want to ask? Is there anything else to ask that's going on we want to know about? We're nosy about, nosing our way into. How about this? I might, am I ever going to get a ride on a ship, on one of the ships, on one of the spaceships? Intend, if I intend to. Well, that's a nice way of weaseling out. Yes, I intend to at some point. And send up a signal. It's also a smoke signal. But the key word is intent. What are your intentions? What's the animal say? Boundaries. Setting boundaries, like who do you want to go with? Yeah, I don't want to go with just anybody. But don't worry, you're protected. You'll know when and when not to go, and who to go with and who not to go with. Uh-huh. Is that the end of that? Okay. What? Marilena! She made it! Hey, Marilena, your birthday's coming up, I hear. Yay! On the 15th. I want to have a birthday party for Mary. Marilena. Woohoo, Marilena. We'll have a birthday party. Maybe we'll have more readings, ask about silly stuff, talk about woo in South Africa. Hey, can you tell us what woo is going on in South Africa? I mean, if you know anything interesting, tell us about the ships that you've been seeing, some of the messages you've been getting, maybe. How's that? Yeah, he says happy birthday too. He says happy birthday to you. Oh, right now? Now? Is your birthday? Wow. Happy Rebirth Day. Well, definitely you're getting a reading then. Happy birthday. You get a birthday reading, which is a longer reading. Thank you for coming in. I thought it was the 15th for some reason. It must be something else on the 15th going on. So, of course, it may also be some kind of time difference thing between here and South Africa. Okay. Welcome to your new life. So, we're reading for Marilena. It's going to be a slightly longer one. We're going to do a whole spread for her. We're going to do a medicine wheel spread. Vision quest. In the east, you find something you've been looking for, seeking. You will find it. Something you've been looking for. A vision quest is also about finding yourself. War bonnet is advanced. You reach a different status of life. This is in the south and also can involve inner child, physical fitness, and love. This can be where your love life is advanced. It also is it denotes a mature person. It can be an advancement in work. It can be an advancement in some other way, but it's advancement. Whirling rainbow, unity, wholeness achieved. That keeps coming up. Field of plenty, ideas and needs manifested. Field of plenty is the causal plane. Before it comes to this plane, it is formed on the causal plane, and we form it, we do it. So this is a manifestation that happens. Says ideas and needs manifested. Once again, standing people, communication, community, everything's connected. Everything's connected. It's all connected. Wow, this is a beautiful reading. So you find something, you have a vision. You have a vision, a clear vision. You advance, and this is in the summertime. In the fall is the whirling rainbow, unity, wholeness achieved. Looks like something comes together for you in the autumn in our autumn, and which would for you be in the spring. In the field of plenty is in the place of winter, the home, or the adult, but no, it's the elder, the home or the elder. You're getting ready to manifest on the physical plane what's been swirling around in the causal plane. And the standing people remind you, the trees remind you that everything is connected, that your interconnections, use them and, listen to it and feel it. You have many connections. And Cowboy agrees, don't you, Mr. Cowboy? He thinks so too. Don't you, baby? He was saying hi. You think Marilena should have a happy birthday? Mm-hmm. See what the animals are. What do the animals want to say to Marilena? Our South African sister. Elk. Elk is outlasting and outdistancing. It's like outlasting. Thing about elk is they can go on and on and on for a long time. So in what you've been looking for, you've been waiting long. You have to endure a lot. You've had to endure a lot. Elk says you have to endure a little longer, not very much longer though. And it's also a healing card. So it's also, let me see, is there anything else? It's mostly just outlasting, 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 outlasting the negative crap, really. Badger. Okay, advancement. Badger is interesting. There could be somebody badgering you in the direction of the summer or love. Maybe somebody is trying to be rough with you, giving you some, is badgering you. Or it could be that somebody is trying to hold on. Badgers also hold on and don't let go. So having a badger there, kind of interesting. I'm not sure. I may have to ask for clarification. Frog, the air gets cleared. The rain comes. And this is on top of unity and wholeness achieved. Frog calls the rain clears the air. It's another card of healing. It's right across from the elk. You're healing something. Swan. It's going to get turbulent, but hold on. It looks like somebody's going to try and give you grief, but hold on. You're going to come through this great. Because the swan is surrendering to what's going on. And in the field of plenty, it's like surrender to the manifestation. And coyote is interesting one in the middle there. Things are not what they appear to be. Coyote is something you need to laugh about. You need to keep your sense of humor. As long as you keep your sense of humor, you'll be fine. Things are not the way they seem. They're not the way they look. Okay. Is there any more? Or is there more? That she needs, yes, okay. Pray for inner peace. Looks like you're going to make peace. Peace is going to be achieved. And drama. Okay, there's going to be some drama. And you're just going to go within and make peace. You're going to make peace. So, yeah, it looks like somebody is going to try and cause drama. But don't let it get to you. Just make peace with them and outlast it. Now, is that doing that circular thing? Okay. Is the reading complete? Yes, the reading is now complete. Okay. But you can still ask some questions if you want. He's a baby. He's my baby. Cool. 407 in Johannesburg. Cape Town, 407. Interesting. Yes, he's my little lover boy. Hello, Strangeland. You want a reading? We're doing readings. Okay. Yes. Just outlast the drama. Yeah, that's what I'd tell anybody. Your dreams are about to manifest. Ooh, that sounds really good. Just a little more crap to go through, that's all. And it's not going to affect you that much. It's not going to stop anything. It's not going to stop you. Okay, so Strangeland. Hello, Todd. Mr. Strangeland. Okay. Let's see, what does Strangeland need to know? What does Strangeland need to know? What does Todd need to know? Okay. Todd needs to know, whoa, Death and Rebirth, one of the most powerful cards in the deck. It means a transition that's like night to day. It's like something dies to be, or something else to be born. Something in your life dies so that something else can be born. And the black and white is sort of a yin yang type of thing, and a sort of a, you can see, okay, something is dying so that new thing can be born. It's going to feel like a death, but it is clearing the path for rebirth. Might look a little scary even, but it shouldn't be. Because the new birth is going to be great. Let me see what the animals want to say. What do you have to say to Todd? Whoa, whoa, everybody wants to talk at once. Okay. Consolidate. Come on, go. Nope, they want to go flying out. Very energetic. What is it? Listen to the messages from Spirit. The hawk. The hawk is messages coming in for you. Don't neglect checking your messages at this time, because you're going to get messages both. This can be both physical, like in your mailbox, in your inbox, but it can also be messages from Spirit. So I would say check all messages. Here's your card, Hawk. Check all messages. Wow, the cards are just so energetic tonight. They're just leaping out. I'm going to give you another one just because that one just kind of fell. It's an extra bonus. Do the walk of life. This is doing a mating dance. If you have, this is grouse, and the grouse is doing a spiral dance, a mating dance. However, the spiral is also associated with our galaxy and the stars and the star people. So this is weird. for some reason, I'm getting weird. Okay, I'm just going to blurt it. It's like you have somebody waiting for you that's not from this planet. That's all I am allowed to say right now. That's all I can, nothing else is coming up. It's like you have somebody not from this planet that's waiting for you, or not on this planet, somebody off planet right now that is waiting for you. That's weird. I don't know what to make of that other than that. That's very strange. I'm gonna, in fact, that's so strange, strange land. I'm going to ask for another 2 cards, just to clarify. Power place and earth connection and empowerment. This is a place where you feel powerful, empowered. This is a location on the earth. And once again, we're talking about something on earth. And then something juxtaposed with what I'm seeing, Starfield. Okay, what do the animals have to say? Gee, maybe Todd is going to get abducted and not come back. I don't know. I don't think so, but introspection, the bear, is using your third eye. It's going, what the bear cave is going into the third eye and using your third eye and going into meditation. It says you need to meditate on this. So, well, that's quite interesting, Strange Land. What have you been up to? What have you been up to? Yeah. I think somebody's waiting to talk to you. Bummer! Greetings, Earthlings, star seeds, and whoever else may be. Yes! Blessed full super strawberry honeymoon in Sagittarius. Yeah. So, you've been getting a lot of experiences. Please tell us about this. We want to hear all about it. Yeah, they want communication. Tune into your third eye. Well, I guess we better get a reading for Bomber then, right? And then I'll throw a link out, and if anybody wants to come in, they can come in. Because I got a little bit of battery left, but I can't for very long. I still want to book a time when Marilena comes on and we can just do a show with Marilena. Is that okay with you, Marilena? Because we didn't really set this up too well. Let's see. What does Bomber need to know? What does Bomber need to know? Bomber needs innocence and inner child. Yeah. You need to do some inner child work too. No kidding. Don't we all? But particularly you need some inner child work. You need to heal that inner child. What do the animals say? messages. You're going to get messages about that. And it says, watch your messages. Your email, your snail mail, your messages from spirit, everything. Yeah, but really strong. Your inner child work to get you ready for what's coming. A lot of interesting changes are coming in the world. And all of us need to work on our inner child, but some of us more than others. Some of us have been working on it. And, right along, pretty steady. So it can seem like it can seem like a burden, actually. Have all these things. If you're having a lot of memories and stuff come up, yeah, just they're coming up to be healed. So, oh my gosh, strange land. You know what? The last time that something like that happened to me, I was told that I had transitioned into, oh, because see, things happen out of sync. I know I made the cut because I already did it. I already, in a weird way, we had a ceremony and I already transferred, but because time is not sequential, that's how I know not to be worried. I already made the trip in the future from here, from what looks like the future. It sounds like you made the trip, Todd. You're in another realm now. You're in another, I think you're in another realm. I don't know how to explain this any other way. You're not quite in the same reality you were in. Is that around the time that you showed up again here? Wow. Okay, everybody get ready. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Marilena. Happy birthday to you. Ah, okay. Todd, wonder if that was an out of body experience. Mm-hmm. Yes. So the trees move. You know what? When I do a ceremony, the wind picks up. So the trees blow for me too. But are you talking about without wind? Because there is a waving tree. Somebody has a waving tree and they're trying to figure out what's happening. It's just one branch waving, but this thing will just start waving and there's no reason they can think of why. It does. And it just keeps going. And many more. Lightning, thunder. Oh, cool. Yeah, we had some over here earlier. That's when my closet came down. Yeah, yesterday. Was it the day before? The day before. Closet came down. Yep, that was fun. Not. Ah, wow. Well, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, Todd, somebody wants to talk to you. Todd, do you ever feel let me check something. Where's the pendulum? Okay. It's shivering all over like it's wanting to answer me. Is Todd's spirit from off-world? Yes, it is. You're not from here. You're going to find out about that. And somebody is waiting off-world for you. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Maybe you have family. They're waiting to get in touch with you. They're getting in touch, I guess. Sounds like they're getting in touch. Mm-hmm. So somebody's trying to get a hold of you. Somebody wants to get a hold of you. It's interesting. Todd's family. Mm-hmm. That's cool. It's not surprising, really. Why am I not seeing ships out there? Can you give me any idea why I'm not seeing ships out there in the sky? Are they just all busy over on Marilina's side or side of the globe, or what's going on? Can you give me any insight into that? Ability to respond, responsibility, and a birth, rebirth. Okay, so they're fixing to do something maybe. What's the animal? Coyote, things are not as they appear. Isn't that interesting? Ability to respond and things are not as they appear. Okay, what else? Can you tell me about this? Oh, shedding the old, guarding the new, healing. That one keeps coming up. Things are not as they seem. Gotcha. Nurturing. Okay. Okay, they're here, but they're more covert right now. For some reason. You're seeing them, we're not seeing them. They're here. But they're not being visible right now. I'm putting the cards away because I'm getting that's it for now for the cards. Might still be able to do a little with the pendulum, but the cards are now saying that's enough. You know what? That's cool. Well, here's the interesting thing, Strangeland. The cloud people are very cartoonish looking. So there are some beings that are very cartoonish looking. So, some beings are very cartoonish to us. They're busy in Newfoundland. Oh, a life form and orbs and stuff. Yep. Well, so you get a lot of orbs and light ships and stuff. Yeah. Well, I'm about, if we have no more questions, I'm about to close it down, Bomber, because we've done 2 hours now. And I want to talk to Marilena and get a time when she can come on and talk to us about what's going on with her in South Africa. And I want to send her a link. We'll send a link so that you can yeah, we had an interesting night, some very interesting readings. Go back and watch. It's been, yeah, interesting. I don't know how else to describe it. Very entertaining. Okay. See ya. Love. Been 2 hours, and I am feeling like I need to quit now, and the cards have said that's it. And so I'm thinking it's time to go. And I want to thank you for coming. I love you and I respect you, and I'm very glad to see you every time you come. You are beautiful people, and Divine Mother and Father remind you that to them, you're beautiful coruscating tapestries of light and color. And I'm beginning to understand exactly what they mean by that. And you each have a Divine Mother and Father to access anytime you need. Okay. The truth is where you find it. Could be right out in plain sight, even. Okay, take care, everybody. Enjoy the summer. Enjoy until I see you next. And fear nothing. And remember, you are divine. So your creators start creating some wonderful stuff. And I can't wait to see what you create. Okay? I can't wait to see what we can create together. It's going to be really wonderful. So, until next time. Okay. And if you want to call me, some of you got my phone number. If you want to call me Gemini, go ahead and call me. If you want to call me Marilena, go ahead and call me. Okay. I'm heading out. You guys are taken care of for now. And like I said, until next time. Come on. There.